So I thought I'd talk today, because it's been going around in my mind a little bit. When you're doing the deity yoga practice and the deity dissolves into you, I use it in my practice in a couple of ways. One is if I'm feeling lonely, misunderstood, you know, all that kind of emotional neediness that comes, then when I imagine the deity dissolving in, thinking that the deity is the same as my spiritual mentor, then feeling that closeness to the Buddha, to the deity, to my spiritual mentor. And so I find that that's a very good antidote for the emotional neediness when I feel like nobody's understanding me or nobody loves me, you know, all this kind of stuff, because then I remember, well, no, that's not true. Okay, so that's one way I use it. And another way is when the deity dissolves in, you know, you're supposed to think that your mind and the deity's mind become inseparable. So that doesn't mean that now there's me and there's the deity and we're just kind of put together, okay? What the part of you what's becoming inseparable is your wisdom realizing emptiness. So at that time, you know, as much as possible, you don't want to have a feeling of an I that is now inseparable from the deity. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, because if you have an I that's inseparable from the deity, you know, then you still have a big I who's running the show. You know, only now I is the deity, and then that's when it gets really dangerous. You know, because you can get really inflated and stuff like that. So you have to think that the deity, your spiritual mentor's realization of emptiness, and your you know, become indifferentiable. You know, it's like you lift your understanding of emptiness up to the level of understanding of the emptiness of the deity, and you think what that would be like to, you know, see emptiness in that way. And so at that point you dissolve all appearances and all sense of I. Yeah. And similarly, when you reappear as the deity, it's not now, I'm the deity, you know, and you look down and, oh, now look, I have the deity's body. Oh, this is good, you know, and wearing all these jewels, and I'm radiating light, and everybody's praising me, and, you know, now I am the deity. If you're thinking like that, then you've really missed the point of the tantric practice, okay? Because the tantras really focus so much on not only getting rid of the ordinary appearances, but the ordinary grasping. Okay, so the grasping at true existence, you want to make sure that you release that. And so it's not just that the feeling of I stays the same, except now instead of having this body, you now have a body made of light, but the feeling of I is exactly the same. Okay? It's not like that. Yeah. Because our usual feeling of I is I. Here I am, you know. And so that's, you know, if you think like, what would a deity feel like for a sense of I? Yeah. I mean, that's almost, talking about mystical, I can't even imagine that, you know. But I know it's not what I feel. Okay? So I know that if my feeling of the sense of I is staying the same and nothing's getting challenged to it, I've just changed bodies and look like a deity now, then I've missed the point. Okay?